back to the program Q&A with Experts. Today we will learn together about the topic last mile delivery, the most expensive and complex thing in the logistics, which are Ms. Huỳnh, Trúc, Diễm, Logistics Technology Solution Expert in depth research on the supply chain, and Ms. Nguyễn, Ngọc, Diệp, Director of E-commerce Platform Operation, who directly coordinates a network of millions of others. And me, the man host of the show, Ngô, Huỳnh, Châu. Let's try the first guest. Hello, Ms. Diễm. Can you briefly introduce yourself to everyone?
Hello, Huỳnh and Châu. As you know, I'm a logistics technology expert in Vietnam, currently working at Cathay Port and also a lecturer at University of Transport, Ho Chi Minh City, UTA.
It's a great honor that today's program was able to invite one of the two leading experts in Vietnam to attend today's interview. I have the first question for Ms. Diễm as follows. People often say that the last stage in the burning pace of businesses the most. How scary is the actual number?
I think the nature of the stick is to collect food in a quantity to real cost. But as the last night, the good lie is to turn into individual brackets to be delivery to thousands of different. According to my experience, rapidly checking is statistics. Of many last mile delivery cost account 41 to 53% of the total operating cost of the entire supply chain. It's only a short distance from warehouse to your home. But it costs a lot money reason across country supply distance company.
Almost half the cost. The numbers are truly horrifying. So, from an operational perspective, what do you see as the rock and that stand in the way of shippers on this stage?
I tell the shipper the suffering, the day will be over. In Vietnam, we have a very unpredictable, especially the city units infrastructure delivery integrity. Shippers often work 500 meters down approximately tiny island or negative confusing and less slackable system.
For example, 1, 2, 3, slash 4, 5, slash 6, 7. Yes? Okay.
Furthermore, in high rate approximation, they can wait 20 for 30 minutes parking ring and waiting for every traffic jam. There is a high rate of fair delivery due to absent customer pay, no sit down or home, cause the redelivery cost to increase sharply. Iterate time instead same day sale. It is equal to approximately the router causing way and transporting service license.
It's bad, but isn't there a solution? As far as I know, technology will be recently able to handle 70 to 80% of that problem.
Today, technology is ability to make every single inch of overall more effective. Routing algorithm instead of the driver fueling auto concept. AI calculator the shorter path and avoid traffic jam. It helps organize the order stream efficiently. Smart socket customer not home. The rise up drop the bucket in a small locket down in a lobby. Should have a barcode throughout the app. They can grab it later, say a ton of time for both sides.
So great. But tell me, Diễm, can take it good totally display how adaptable humans are?
Technology is credible, but given the unique reason of delivery in Vietnam, people are still the core. AI might draw up the quick part on the mouth, but it doesn't know when a life is completely blocked. buckets by a vending party, or how to handle a strict scarcity rule to speed up a robot. Furthermore, last mile delivery is in the direct stop from being a e-commerce site, and the customer is a very coming the driver with the customer service is often the very reason they listen to stop again.
Getting that last mile delivery right is never easy to honestly touch the tip of the iceberg because it's easy to find the touch point directly to a consumer. It makes perfect sense why we have two experts here today to crack this one problem. So let's get an expert in here to help everyone has our this complex topic. Everyone, let's welcome Ngọc.
Hi everyone, I hope today I can bring you a critical insights chain from around various hours on the streets.
Could you tell Will a little bit about yourself?
Currently, I serve as the operation director for Home Shopping in Lazada. Alongside that, I'm also working as Catlight for.
Wait, so you and him actually college?
Currently, finance and lending, why I manage them during exam management. But honestly, even though we have worked together for a long time, we rarely see each other. The moment where we only make up one.
Well, I hope this will bring the two of you close together. But getting back to our main topic, sustainability is a trend we just can't ignore it right now. With millions of delivery motorbike buzzing around the street every single day, it's pushing a massive strain on the environment through emission. How do you two see the future of green delivery shopping?
Right now, all of my platform are changing out the library for living in a big city to what I e-bike. Of course, buying the train station costs a lot at first, but over time, bringing the kilometer is much cheaper than gas bicycle. We are helping to protect the environment.
Okay.
I completely agree on the global scale. Many are already apartments with automatic delivery on and on. However, here in Vietnam, before we start dreaming about whiskey of the road, I think optimizing a network of micro fulfillment center right in the heart of the city to strengthen delivery extending the e-commerce realistic
Mrs. Could you walk us through a real-world example from your platform just to have our audience really realize how the last mile operates?
It's exactly very simple. Let's say you are in H1, Ho Chi Minh City, you order lifts, that lifts on sitting at a main warehouse on the way in Bình Dương. The night before, a message just carrying 1,000 the order, including your lifts. How everything from the new down to our shopping hub right in each one. That's why that wrap up the midnight. Starting at 6 a.m. the next morning, that my officially kick off your lifting e-parcel scan and starting into the library pass of the driver in charge of the Nguyễn Street area. The driver load us his bike give you with purse. We went through the purchase streets, past his bike, take the inverter up to the 50th floor of your office and hand it over for your signature. That's right there is the entire last mile playbook.
Following up on the same question I posed to Diễm, on paper, the last mile is the shortest stretch, spending just a couple of kilometers, while then the economic referred to it as the most costly and inefficient step in the entire supply chain.
Because it conflicts with the rule of economy of scale, as middleman, you are holding 10,000 cartons of milk in the single job. So when you split fuel costs among all on the carton, it the cheap. First, in last night, so 10,000 cartons circling up and going 10,000 different directions to 10,000 to individual home. At this point, the cost is no longer about how long or short the distance is. Instead, it driving pies way for hundreds of drivers to get for very single motorbike. The time spent waiting around for customer and direction.
Not to mention a shop hidden cost can also frustrate the driver and ultimately ruining the customer experience with the logistics driver. Thus, a few bad review can force a company on to overhaul its entire operation, ranking up a ton of illegal and unnecessary expenses.
Essentially, info e-commerce platform info strict no inspection before payment policy to protect the seller, factory seal, cost on the ground. It was a total nightmare. Customer was pressure driver to open the package. If the driver says no, they got you out. If they gave in, they broke the platform rule. And if the item turned out to be defective, the customer blame the driver and demand compensation. This daily to upward in content pickering causing return rates to skyrocket. Things got so hitting that on May 19, 2023. Imagine you outline ba tin tức in Sài Gòn Giải Phóng simultaneously brought the new Shopee officially brought out the nationwide co-inspection policy for on order.
A huge thank you to both of our guests for such detailed and practical insight. Through this conversation, we are truly packed the layer of concept that sounds so simple on the surface. Yet it's incredible complex in reality. To wrap up today's show, allow me to summarize the most precise and definitive definition of last mile delivery for audience. What is last mile delivery? Last mile delivery is the final and most critical step of logistics supply chain. It's the process of moving goods from a distribution center or a local sorting hub to the ultimate destination, right into the hands of the consumer, whether at their home, office, or smart locker. The paradox, even though cover the shortest geographical distance, it demand the most inefficient, opportunity complex, the expensive ledge, swelling up over 15% of pocket total shipping cost. The stake, because it's in the absolution finance direct destroy with the customer. The competition in this sector is incredibly fierce and dynamic. Today, the opportunity to optimize the last mile through technologies and infrastructure is a master of survival directly designing the competitiveness of any e-commerce business. Once again, thank you so much, Ms. Diễm and Ms. Huỳnh, and to all of you, thank you for tuning in. We wish you nothing less and less shopping experience ahead. And one last thing, if your next order happen to turn a little later than expected, please show a little patience. Our delivery heroes are out there working tirelessly through friends on sign. just to hand you your pocket safely and completely intact. Goodbye for now.